Hi everyone, this is Bill, and on this demo, we'll be talking about how to create change dashboard in ServiceNow. As a rule of thumb, we always start on what is out of the box. And what you're seeing now is a dashboard pre-installed for you and ready to use. So this is one of the key best practices in ServiceNow is to start from a template, and basically you can either edit, remove some reports which is not necessary to your organization. So if you're new in ServiceNow and in the ITSM space, one of the key steps that I'd like you to learn is how to use the ServiceNow documentation. So let me show you this new tab. And in this new tab, you will see under Platform Analytics. So if you look at the breadcrumbs, it's much easier. So it's under IT Service Management. Then under Platform Analytics Dashboard, you will have the multiple capabilities of reporting under the ITSM capabilities. And how to activate it, you will see here on this page that you need to ensure that ITSM Analytics is activated in your instance. Now, before we continue, if it's your first time in my channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and join as a member to get more free tutorials like this. And after you have activated this, then you will have the change dashboard available for you. And on this lesson, we are eventually under the Zurich version, and you will see the different KPIs available already for you out of the box. So let me just give you a quick walkthrough on ensuring that the ITSM analytics is basically already switched on. So let's navigate to System Applications. And after navigating, go to All. And let's pretend that we don't know what we're trying to switch on. So let's navigate to Change Dashboard and go to Installed. And let's see what we have. So automatically it detects ITSM Analytics. And I will not drill down deep on this application. You can do it on your own time. So I'd like you to get your hands dirty and get more experience in navigating around the platform. So what I'm using right now is a personal developer instance or a PDI. So one of the key strengths of this is you can break it, fix it with a cost of just a free email. And you will have a full demo data. You can test the system and build it, install something, and remove it so you get familiar of the behavior of the platform. Now, we get this out of the way, then you get to manage to have the change management dashboard. So as you navigate to the application navigator on the left, under the change module, you will see the overview, and it will take you back to this content frame, which is the change request dashboard. Now, as you scroll down, you will have the different reports available for you, like what is written in the ServiceNow documentation. So it's not fully clear, basically, if you go to the documentation. So it tells you what you have, but there's still some steps that you need to do to ensure that the data is basically available for you. And since you have the demo environment, and as you go to the open tickets or open requests and change, so right here, we only have about 92 change requests. And let's see if we have something closed. So we have 11 which are closed, and we go to all, of course, it will be combined. Now, based on the data that you have here, that is the one that is basically composed of your change request dashboard. Now, to be able to populate this data, so ServiceNow behind the scenes has to gather all those information and records. And after grabbing and fetching them, it will all into this single point of glass. So you may ask a question, why is it necessary to do that? So I'll answer that in a bit. So I'd like you to take a view first on the technical aspects or the data collectors, which is being utilized by this dashboard. So you get to understand what are the components, which is basically building this view that you're seeing here. Now let us navigate to platform administration. And as we navigate to platform administration, then you should have under data collectors, which is jobs. Now, there's quite a few that you will see here, and it may be confusing. So the best way to do it is to filter out data collectors, which is relevant to your dashboard. And since we are looking at the change dashboard, so let's have any data collector which is basically have a naming convention of change. And now you will see here we have 4. And by default, we have 2, which is not activated. So to be able to populate your dashboards, of course, you need to execute these jobs. So let us drill down. And as you drill down, then you can basically now execute them one by one. So as you execute them, then you could just click the arrow button in the right corner, execute each one of them. Then as you go back to your change dashboard, then automatically it will populate your data. So the richness of your dashboard will really depend on what records that you have. And now it's like, you will see here is like, you will have a heat map on the top left, and you will see some aggregates as well here. And ServiceNow is making it easy for us because as you navigate to the icon, it will say that a description of what is the report is all about. So a report in ServiceNow is composed of widgets. So these widgets are reports. And I don't like you to be confused because you have a report which is basically not aggregated. And what you're seeing here, these are aggregated reports. And to move forward and to ensure that you fully understand it, I'd like you to duplicate this dashboard. So now as you make a copy of this dashboard, you can start editing and apply the necessary changes. So now as you play around and do your laboratory, it will be easier for you to organize and publish specific. So eventually it's saying it's a duplicate. So because I've made some tests earlier, so let us change the name. So let's do copy to or copy again. Let's put some humor into it. Right, so let's try that. So let's see if it works. Okay, so it's still failing, but I believe it's created. So you can see now it's already created in there. So what the technique I'm trying to show you is basically, so let us go back since it's basically failing at the moment. And I think it's something I have deleted earlier. And let's do the second one. Okay, so now it's working. So I'd like to see and show to you in approaching it in a bottom-up approach. So I think it will be easier to understand from a bottom-up aspect. I mean, top to bottom aspect, because you already have a target state, right? Which is how to create a change dashboard in service. And having said that, is like if you do a top to bottom, then if you do an edit, I would say, then you could just remove, right? If you want to, right? And you could add new one if you needed to. Like, so for example, let's add a new report. So let's say it's a something save visualization. So you could add something, right? Depending on your needs. So that's one way of doing it. And the other way is like, for example, this type of report, you may ask yourself, you may need something similar, right? So you see this outages due to change, or you need like an aggregate, a percentage. So let's try this one. So let's go exit the editing mode and let's go back to the report. So you will see here is like you can either refresh it and look at the description. And now your question is probably where did this came from, right? In ServiceNow, right? So this is called an indicator. So let us verify what it is really. So as we basically navigate and to this specific report, and you will see on the right, what is the data source? So where is the data coming from, right? So as you click this ellipse and do an edit, so it will take you to this page. Now, you will see here on under the properties, if you have done programming in your, or you're a developer, you will see the type, right? So it's indicator type formula. So that will give you a picture of how it is created. And in this type formula, you will see that it has made the calculation of these two attributes. And basically in tech, it's always about association. Now, as long as you think that way, that you are associating from one place to another to be able to build a picture or object, then you will not get lost. And I like you to think in that aspect. And if you thought process is becoming like source to destination, destination going back to the source, then you will not get lost. So now it's like, since this is indicator type, now I will take you on where you can find the indicators in ServiceNow. Now, if you find this video adding value to you, please don't forget to join as a member, like, and subscribe to further support my channel. Now, let me type indicators. And as you type indicators, you can see here under the indicators module, and we are still under the platform analytics. So we're not going away. So we're still in the platform capabilities. So under indicators, you have view types. And now if you go to formula indicators, as mentioned, and let us basically do a find of percent, or basically let's do asterisk changes, and let's see what we can find. So now here, these are all out of the box aggregates that you can find under the change report itself. Now that you know your sources and you know what's out of the box, then as you basically build your dashboard out of the indicators, then you simply just need to add what is necessary and what is your specific requirement. So now is like, as we go back to the report itself, so let's navigate back to the dashboard. So that is one way of looking at it. And let's make sure we are in the correct dashboard that we're editing earlier, and go back to edit. And that is one way. And the other way is like, let's go to save visualization, and let's say change. And as you navigate here, you will also find all the reports available for you out of the box. So in summary, you can look at it bottom-up perspective or a top-to-bottom. And as you already know that you can duplicate a dashboard, you can duplicate a report, then easily you can build out of a template and create your own dashboard easily. It can be any type of dashboard, any type of report, as long as you know the components of what you're trying to build. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't had your PDI set up, I have it at the end of this screen. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe and join as a member. And I'll see you on my next video.